We have Anna Boldireva coming all the way from Norway. 0-1 coming into this, where she lost to Kiara McGurk at Clanwall's 45. And one of my notes was that her striking looked very tentative in that contest, and that could just be first fight nerves. You know, it's such a weird fit. It's so different to being in the gym. But she's had that experience now. She's had that first fight. She can come out, be a bit more relaxed, let her hands go, and possibly a bit more confident this time in the Battle Arena cage. Now, Steve, you know a little bit about Maisie Bell, her opponent. Can you give us inside information?
Oh, I've got a fair bit. I even popped in during Maisie's weigh-in yesterday just to see how the weight was coming off, how she was adjusting to kind of those last 24-hour nerves. She's always bright, bubbly, very smiley. She was a bit of a jiu-jitsu standout and a bit of a savant years ago, because I remember the first time I heard her name, she had gone from white belt in the kids division to orange and black belt under her coach there, not you at the time. But she was seen as being so good that they wanted to fast track her into competitions because that's where they saw her doing the best. So she's got a competitive mind and she's ready to go.
Makes a noise for Maisie Bell.
Got Maisie Bell coming out representing Elite Training Center over there in Leighton Buzzard with the fantastic coaches over there. Mr. James Pullen, keeping that, he's the head coach, keeping that team together. And we know that Maisie's been working on lots of aspects of her game. I've been lucky enough to witness myself, as one of her jiu-jitsu coaches, like just how sharp she is on the floor. And I could see, you know, it's very hard to say because I have so much more information on Maisie than her opponent, but I can see Maisie looking for a takedown here, trying to get on top, be dangerous, and look for herself.
One of the things that's so underrated, though, about Elite Training Center is that their boxing prowess and their work in the pocket is incredible, right? James Pullen is always, he's got a brown belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. He's had a number of MMA fights. He's had some kickboxing interclubs and things like that. He's very experienced all the way around, but he loves the sweet science of boxing. This is a fellow that comes into every single MMA class with some way of working your hands to set up your takedowns, to set up your clinch work, to use your hands to set up your kicks and your knees. So having a lot of that, you know, chin down, shoulders up, hands up, being able to strike in the pocket, knowing where the pocket is, knowing when you're in that green zone, that level of fight intelligence and fight IQ is all the way down the line when you come from a place like Elite Training Center. And I'm just very, very excited to see how this young lady performs today here in her debut.
Yeah, I think one of the issues in this fight for both the fighters could be the reach difference. I mean, I think for this weight division, Maisie's probably going to be giving up a little bit of the reach over the long-limbed Anna Boldireva. And she is dancing, Anna. You know, I was talking to you about maybe she'd be more confident.
She's trying to chill out a bit.
Yeah.
She heard you about being a bit sensitive.
I mean, you can see it already, the difference in reaches. It's going to be quite a serious problem over there for Maisie Bell. She's going to have to be able to close that distance.
She's about 3 or 4 inches shorter, right? So you know that'll translate to the reach, but whether it translates to the kicking game.
Weight 58 kilograms, representing Evolve Academy, Toronto. Make some noise for Anna Boldireva. And another fighter in the blue, weight 60.3 kilograms, representing Elite Training Center. Make some noise for Maisie Bell.
Here we go, fight number 2 of the evening here at Battle Arena Coventry. Anna Boldireva in the blue and black shorts, Maisie Bell in the grey. Here we go.
Oh, it's so good to be back here. Let's see who gets there fastest with the mostest.
Yeah,
nice kicking exchange there.
Yeah, good teat from Maisie. Boldireva closing the distance. I thought maybe Anna would want to keep this on the feet.
Ooh, a nice overhand right there from Maisie Bell.
Yep.
She's going to ring your bell. I like that, getting the head off line there.
Maisie responding to a corner as well. James Pullen calling for her just to be a little bit sharper with those strikes. Instantly responded. Anna grabs the foot, closes the distance.
There's a couple punches there sneaking in for Boldireva.
Yeah.
She's doing well to keep her head position up against the fence.
Maisie looking for underhooks, trying to get out of this position. Sometimes this can happen. You have a taller fight. I think John Jones, like, you know, keeps his hips away, leans on you, uses that height.
I like that punching on the break there from Maisie Bell.
Yeah.
Ooh, that one cracked for her. That right hand's cracking. Boldireva is switching stances here and there.
Nice
Maisie Bell
jab.
is just happy in that orthodox stance, and she's landing right hands at will.
Look at Maisie Bell getting her head offline as she throws that right hand, Steve.
Again and again, she's throwing it like a hammer.
Yeah.
Oh, Boldirev's got to adjust, otherwise this is going to be a short night for her.
Yeah.
Everything Bell throws has a bit more pop on it too, eh?
Yeah, Bell does look like, compared to her last fight as well, where she looked like she was maybe lacking power a little bit, but this time it's clearly something she's worked on in the gym. Now she's sitting down on her punches that little bit more. And Maisie is getting hit. I think it's one of those things, you know, your debut fight, head movement. Oh, Maisie's in a little bit of trouble.
She's got to make sure that she's
getting hit a lot.
Yeah, she moves out really, really well, moves off to the side there. Boldireva is starting to land that left hand right down the middle. I want to see Maisie Bell start sitting into her right hand again, maybe mixing it up with punches, or throwing in that takedown you alluded to earlier.
Yeah, Maisie's getting caught. Every time she throws a right kick, it doesn't have enough snap in it, her right kick, and it's just leaving her off balance and open. Oh, spinning back fist. And it landed, I think. Oh, that's more like it. Now she's putting some pop in these shots. It's making such a difference, but she is getting hit, Steve.
I think Boldireva smells something there. She kind of steamed in.
Yeah.
Boldirev's got good power, it seems, on her rear hand, whether it's the left or the right, depending on her stance.
Yeah, she's switching a lot.
And both ladies were stung quite badly there.
Yeah, both been hit. Maisie defending this takedown. Well, Anna gets her down to the floor, just pulls the leg out.
Trips it out, doesn't she? That was nice. Well done.
Yeah,
20
good.
seconds left in this first round. Boldireva stepping over into almost this Khabib position we talk about. Bell doing well to keep her feet on the mats.
Yeah, and I know that Maisie has some good jiu-jitsu. She gets back to her feet very effectively.
Takes the right hand on the way out. Somebody's got to put a little bit of an exclamation mark on this round. 3, 2.
I think the tail of that tape, Steve, is Boldireva's pressure. Anna is coming forward, always closing the distance. Maisie is constantly on the back foot, which means she's ending up against the cage and maybe just lacking a little bit of pop on certainly her right kick at the start of the round. It was just a bit labored, then Anna could counter it.
All right, so I was thinking that there was no crack to Anna's shots at the very beginning of the round, but I wonder if that was playing possum. It was like leaving these like 50% speed jabs and right hands and then left crosses, and then all of a sudden they started to pick up speed, pick up bite as the round wore on. It was like she tasted a little bit of the danger of Maisie Bell, and she's like, no, I've got to give something back myself. So it'd be nice to see Bell start sitting down on those overhand rights a bit more, throwing some straight shots, maybe go into the body, right? Go into the body. She knows she's got that low head. Go to the body a few times, soften her up, and then maybe look for her takedown. But you got to think with the takedown and with the pressure, you got to think that must be Boldirev's round, just barely. So close, but I would say just barely Boldirev's round. The biggest moment, I think, on the feet was the spinning back fist from Maisie Bell. It was so well timed.
And yeah, I think possibly Boldirev's round. And it was interesting, I was listening to Boldirev's coach there between rounds, and he's just calling for head movement, and I think that's what she needs. She's getting caught when Maisie Bell throws that right hand down the middle. She's just a little bit more elusive with her shots. Oh, lovely again by Maisie. Just head off line and a beautiful combination, very slick boxing.
Oh, there.
And another spinning back fist. Barely missed again.
Just glanced. She needs to step through on this.
Oh, this is... we know that Maisie does have jiu-jitsu skills off her back, but jiu-jitsu is a lot harder when the person on top's trying to punch you.
I want to see if that Maisie was going to fall into some sort of an armbar position or a reverse triangle position.
And it looks like trying to sneak out the back with Maisie Bell, but it's all gone horribly wrong. Boldireva ends up on top with side control.
Which I think she's going to step back into half guard, like you were saying about Randy Couture, that style.
Yeah, Randy was the first one to popularize this. You know,
Bell's in a tough position with both of her arms over onto her left side there.
Yeah.
She can't dig her underhook right yet or start looking to build up quite yet. Boldireva showing good mat control there with bringing her right knee over top of the right arm of Bell. Left arm of Bell, pardon me.
Yeah, Maisie needs to defend the punches with her left hand and then her right arm start digging for an underhook. You've got to make space. It's hard to do when they're raining down their shots, though.
That was a stiff shot there. Really stiff, and she's kind of like partially crucifying her.
Yeah. And it's one of the things in a jiu-jitsu class, you know, you're getting in the wall, you move yourself away, you reset on the mat. But it's so important for MMA fighters that you get used to, when you get up against the wall, you have to be able to fight. There you go, Maisie, looking for her underhook now, making space. She might be able to bring her left knee through, get to a butterfly guard.
She's got to make
there
sure
we go,
she's
just like that.
Good, intelligent defense of herself here.
Try to kick away, making space. It's very good by Maisie Bell.
That's very good, very good.
She's trying to get back to her feet. Jay's pulling in the corner, calling for Maisie to grab the legs, trying to roll through is Maisie Bell.
Very nice. Still some very good movement off the back. Boldireva got to be careful she doesn't get drawn into a jiu-jitsu match with an absolute ground savage. Wow. She's doing well to stifle her here with good chest pressure.
That's the thing, Steve. She's not trying to. She's not playing the jiu-jitsu game as Boldireva. She's playing the I'll sit in half guard and land shots game. And it's such a different thing when you add in the punches. It's a very different thing when someone's not looking to pass. They just want to do damage. I remember Roger Gracie famously saying only 20% of jiu-jitsu works in MMA.
That's such a tough position. Landing a couple shots just behind the ear. There's a lot of damage being done here on the ground.
Oh, looking for the arm is
the
Maisie
arm lock's
Bell.
coming. Did really well.
Cause of triangle for an optimistic member of the crowd.
Yeah.
Not quite the position.
People are thinking Bell's got to. This has got to be an exhausting round for both fighters. But Bell's been on the bottom the whole time, trying to explode out, move out.
Yeah, Maisie's gonna have to throw caution to the wind in this third and final round.
Yeah, I've got to say, I can't see it being like maybe one apiece, but that was so close to being finished a couple of times. She had to be warned about intelligently defending herself. Her spinning back fist landed early in the round, but Anna Boldireva is just bringing it.
Yeah, I think the one apiece might be slightly optimistic of you, Mr. Steve Brinkman.
I try to be impartial, but I couldn't see it. The takedown in the first probably leans it towards Anna, and then again, takedown and a lot of riding time on top. A lot of riding time.
Yeah, and I mean, judges, what they're looking for above everything else is damage, and Maisie Bell landed that big spinning back fist, but I think you also have to look at, when we talk about damage, it's just total shots landed, and while Maisie was covering up against the cage in that first round, Boldireva was unloading, throwing combinations. Yeah, most of them hitting the guard, hitting the hands.
Do you think a lot of this is opened up because Boldireva is refusing to back down? She's refusing to back up. She's just got the momentum coming forward, and she's willing to take a bunch of shots to land a couple, and she's happy to stand in the pocket. This is something I thought Maisie Bell would be a little bit more inclined to do, but maybe it's that reach you were alluding to. She's kicking on the outside, that's getting caught, and that was what led to the takedown in the second round.
And this is what I'm loving from Boldireva as well. You're seeing a real evolution since her last fight on Clan Wars. You know, she's adapted. Her hands have got sharper. She's got more pop in her shots. She's coming forward. What Maisie needs to do, where she's having huge success, is those combinations from angles, from getting her head offline. Just to go back to that nice right hand from Maisie as well.
Got a bit of a mouse under the right eye of Maisie Bell. This is where she needs to stay in, right? Stay coming forward. Bunch of punches there. That one almost skipped her off. Yeah. This is the problem with Anna Boldireva switching stances. She might get caught on the way in, which Maisie Bell almost did there. Now they're right in front of us here. You see Bell doing well to take the underhooks.
Maisie getting the separation. Sometimes as well with Bell, just looking a little bit slow at pulling her. Oh, I think it's an elbow.
Almost elbow. That was an elbow. That was close.
It's one of the things that can be the difference between it being in the gym, hitting the pads. The real thing, you've got to have that snap of pulling your hands back to your guard. A couple of shots are a little bit slow, leaving her guard down because the hands are out there.
Oh, here we go. We've got Bell. Bell gets reversed to the cage pretty quickly there.
Yeah.
But she had a moment there where she was pressing Boldireva against the cage.
Yeah.
And look at Anna just owning the head position here. Really good understanding of the clinch game there, and that's what makes all the difference. The structure of your spine against theirs.
And it's something you always talk about, Steve, on the commentary here about Ballerina. Like, head position in this position is everything when you're up against the cage. It's like it's a third limb, right?
It just makes it terribly difficult.
Oh, Maisie sneaks to the back. Maisie Bell.
Oh, this is good. Minute and a half to work.
Flattens her out, does Maisie Bell. Boldireva coming back.
She's got a lovely position here. Really good back behind the net.
Boldireva's trying to trap that leg so she can escape. Very good attempt at escaping by Boldireva. Gets back to quarter guard.
I wonder if she can actually reverse it out, going for a deep half escape.
It's a
Maisie
nice,
Bell doing well to stay high here.
nice sneaky jiu-jitsu there. Boldireva just trapping that foot, and it just limits Bell's possibilities then. It's just harder to... Oh, big shot.
Did well to pop up, and again, another big shot comes up and pops it up.
Nice. Maisie trying to slip that foot.
There's the underhook, there's the underhook. Can there be a reversal of position here? Not quite.
The award for stating the obvious goes to H in the Elite Training Center corner, saying she doesn't like that.
This has got to be, she's got to go for it right now.
30 seconds! We've got 30 seconds, we need some work here. Maisie's possibly 2 rounds down.
And there she gets her, builds herself right back up, and they're
Lovely kick.
Back in a fist fight here.
Another lovely kick by Bell.
Watch for Bell maybe to go back to that spinning back fist and try to end it all.
Yeah, 10 seconds.
But look at this. Again, schoolyard headlock, big right hands landing here for Annabelle Vera.
This is where Bell can go back to the gym and make some small adjustments and really come back a different fighter, just slightly sharper.
That was a really excellent third round from Maisie Bell, showing that she's got a lot of power and a lot of ability to make some good choices there on top. Annabelle Boldireva did very well to get up and move it out. You got, I think, a 5-minute round would treat both of these ladies very well.
Yeah, I've still got it 2 rounds to Anna Boldireva, but Maisie Bell doing so well to win that 3rd round. I definitely had that round for her, getting the takedown, landing a big shot on top. Excellent performance. And it's a good debut for Maisie Bell as well. Step in there with someone who's already had a fight, win a round. She's going to come back bigger and stronger.
And to win the last round as well. It's really, really intense. But hey, maybe somebody saw the first round a little differently. You never know, because it was quite even. There we go.
Mr. Steve Brinkman with his optimism.
Always try to be optimistic. But I think the takedowns make all the difference early on for Anna Boldireva. And she just got a little out of position there in the 3rd round, which allowed Maisie to take her back and move it very well. There's not too much damage to either fighter.
Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for a great contest that was. And the judges have it as a split decision.
Oh, Steve, you're...
In the red corner, Anna Boldireva.
All right, maybe someone saw the first round the other way.
You see, I'm just on this angle, Chris. I see things a little differently. I think
I think James is going to watch this fight back and give me abuse for saying that I didn't think Maisie won. He always thinks the fighter won.
Yeah, that's good. You know, you got to have total belief, 100% belief. That was all right. That was all right. That was good. Really, really good fight.
But it's an excellent performance by both fighters. And if you're listening to this, you want to try some martial arts training, do check out both gyms. If you're in Norway, go check out the Evolve Academy, and if you're in the UK, head over to Elite Training Center in Leighton Buzzard and give one of their classes a try.
Definitely.